Alright guys, so we got Salsero as Kronos, Faber as Gaia, blue trunks for Faber, red trunks for Salsero. So things looking pretty similar here to start with. Deconstruction here by the Kronos player. Faber was able to queue up his Oceanus in time. Well, actually, I don't think it matters. Once you've built the building, I don't think it actually matters. But nice use of the oracles to deny manor building there. Not quite with the temple. So Faber is going to struggle for a population a bit here, I think. Or at least he's going to have to get a mana somewhere. Whereas Salsero has already added all his. But now there's going to be double Oracle production versus, oh well, double, triple incoming for both players. Mana's a little late for Faber, but it hasn't really been a huge problem. So Salsero does slightly outnumber him in terms of pop, in terms of the Oracle count. Both players with similar classical age timing, but the Promethean doesn't want to get surrounded by these Oracles because when they are upgraded to hero, they do hit him quite hard, do deny the opportunity for him to really focus down one of the temples. And the Caladria, nothing to really attack her, she's going to be able to heal a lot of these hero Oracles through any damage. It's going to be pretty, well, pretty slow one until our players actually get to Mythic, but they should get to a pretty easy Mythic, both being Atlantean Atlantean god players. So right now it does look like Faber is in the dominant position, but Salsero's age up's only very slightly behind this. Still has plenty of Oracles. Now the Caldera falls, so these hero Oracles are starting to overextend a little bit. But bearing in mind, Faber has 9 more faith in the bank at the moment. I think Salsero might have one more villager though. But he has upgraded about one of them to a hero, so he is down on faith a little bit. Actually, yeah, Faber quite a bit ahead on faith. But I don't know if the Stymphalian bird is going to last very long because there's plenty of towers now. And it does actually get converted, but again, it will not last because both our players have plenty of towers. But the Behemoth are really nice tech to have, particularly when there's not a lot of hero Oracles here for Faber, so he is going to convert as many of his Oracles as he can to heroes to bring it down. And bearing in mind, wherever any of this lush is, I don't think Kronos can actually build anything. So both our players doing the market transition, deleting the market to then add a building of some sort here. Faber's just waiting to see if he can repair this watchtower before he brings out the citizens. Why bring them out if they're only going to be threatened by the Oracles, I guess is his mentality, but he probably could do with getting a fortress out. We could only just afford it favor-wise, because bearing in mind these things do cost favor, and Atlantean are relying on a favor trickle out of the town centre, and the free tiny favor trickle. So every civ does get a free tiny trickle of favor. But Hesperides tree, this is going to make it hard for either player to call down god powers, and perhaps a bit of a mistake for Faber because it's immediately captured by Salsero, and captured back by Faber. And he is going to start slamming out the Dryad, so both our players have access to infinite resources, so why would you not make use of a unit that takes no population up and is pretty good against buildings. They aren't terribly tanky though, so they will fall pretty quickly. They do have a nice armor stat, but their health pool is not huge. And so, Atlas coming in hot for Salsero. I think he's actually going to be able to call down Vortex here. I mean Implode, sorry, Implode, while there will be a gate from Hecate for Faber. I don't know if the Implodes really get any of the buildings. Oh, it does pick off one of them. And it means the Dryad can't really be used. But now Tartarian Gate, a gate from Hecate. It will fall quite quickly considering there is a few destroyers to focus it down. But still a pain in the ass to deal with. Gonna be almost as much of a pain for Faber though, because I mean, it's going to get in the way of his own units, all these Tartarian spawns. They are a chaos unit, they will attack anything. So they are focusing down the destroyers and not to very great effect. So the Tartarian Gate not really buying Faber the win, but it does buy him a bit of pressure space. He is going to be able to field a fire siphon from here. He is down in terms of the palace count to Salsero though, who is opting for destroyers instead. But here we go, Salsero's now going to start making fire siphons out of one of them and alternating between Fanatics and Destroyers out of the other. Not sure if Fanatics are all that great against Atlantean units. Oh no, they are. I thought they were mostly designed for fighting other Civ units. But that could be Myrmidons I'm thinking of. So another... Ooh. Salsero deconstructing another building, or is he... Oh no, he's moving a building. Salsero's moving his towers forward from over at the back. So playing against Gaia, the Lush is really denying his ability to creep forward as much as he wants with the buildings, but he can slowly do it now that he's cleared some of them out. And Faber, mostly relying on just tower defense here, and he is down in terms of production really. He does have the Hesperides tree up his sleeve though, I guess. He's going to lose the armory. I guess it will buy him some space to build other stuff though. The 2-to-1 fortress production, this is making this quite tough for Faber, I think. Don't know how he's going to be able to get out of this. Because there we got double fire siphon versus the one. Destroyers being thrown into the mix as well. There's Faber's up to 7 towers, but Salsero is up to 14 and creeping some of them forward. He should be able to hit one of the palaces. Yeah, so if he can take down the palace while trading towers for it, I think he wins this game. Faber, it's an uphill battle for him from here. He's even trying to get more citizens out just to keep his buildings going. Because right now he's pop capped. Salsero not struggling for population at all with 39 out of 55, whereas Faber's 6 for 15. Things are looking very dire for him. He is going to lose the fortress now. I think this may be it, and GG, Salsero takes the game.